What is going on, guys? Mr. Rogers here. We're taking a look at a little game called This Is the Police. It's available on Steam for about 14 bucks, I think. So yeah, without further ado, let's see what we got here. I've got graphics, full screen, windowed. Let's stay full screen. God, I can't talk tonight. Effects full, blah blah blah. Okay, we'll go back. I had to turn the sound down. It was just way too loud. I'll cut that back to 50, and the cutscenes at 50, so everything will be the same. All right, so this is version 1.1.3.0. So let's jump right in and see what happens. New game. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Mayor Rogers, Sex Maniac. Nice. Alright, can't click on anything, so let's go to work. Well, this is pretty weird.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're
Oh, the joys of
privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Oh, am I supposed to do something now? Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise? Or did you know about it in advance? I thought I'd be working as a policeman for another 5 to 10 years. I just wanted to serve the city. I was very surprised, of course. Do you already know the name of your successor? No, of course not. And I don't think the mayor's office knows who it is either. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Frederick, said that he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him the position, would that change his mind? Sounds possible. If he thinks the new office will help him serve the city a little longer. This is really weird. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? You would ever prefer to answer all of your questions, but in this situation, I've got to say no comment. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? You better ask him. Thank you. Okay.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
It's a rumble in the Bronx. You're only supposed to take 2.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me."
Sounds fishy.
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Day 2, July 16th, Tuesday. Jack accordingly answers why civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Cleans of the city streets increased by 20%.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Alright, would you like to see tips on how the game works? Show me what you got. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows an overall efficiency level with your policemen. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considered higher than average are a safe bet even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired the policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of the employees. Okay? So, let's start. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before their timer expires. The mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the distance from the police station, the longer it takes the officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. Okay.
110B in progress.
Okay. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units are allowed to send on a call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT. They must be accompanied by at least one officer. Okay. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. The mission might look simple at first glance until it turns out to be a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw that a van in the parking lot backed over a homeless man who had been digging through the trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he had hit a bum, he got back in his car and quickly drove away. Alright, so we're going to send him and her.
311A in progress.
Fight. Theater manager reports that during a show of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. Alright, let's send you and you. This music's kind of chill. I like it. Everything goes well. The police capture the criminals and nobody dies, but the truth is sometimes criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens by. Oh, good. Nice.
311A complete.
Ah, beautiful. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Very nice.
910C in progress.
3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown who lives in the suburbs. Let's see you and you.
311A in progress.
Brother and sister clashed with each other like a deceased father's will. According to one of the lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off tonight. Well, we'll have to wait till they get back, okay? So let's do, actually, let's do you and you.
A in progress.
Passerby saw some teenagers attacking the elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and money.
We've got a situation
Cops aren't
here.
sure how to proceed. They might contact you and handle the situation, try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all of your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard in the living room. There we go. Beautiful.
311A complete.
Oh. Oh.
412A.
Nice. Wait on them to get back. If you think you need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they are working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Someone's bound to make a mistake. Okay. And let's do. Damn, we got 3 detectives. Okay. That'd be good enough, I think.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business. So you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Construction of the new cinema museum postponed again. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. When police officers are tired to be effective, you ask for the day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they're at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched and some are very serious. Don't ever overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonize them either. Remember that everyone's got secrets and you've got to make sure that these guys have your back. Last few months I've been taking antidepressants 3 times a day, but today I ran out of my prescription. The pharmacy said they're going to be getting them tomorrow, but I'm afraid without my pills I'm not going to be much good. My mind keeps digging into all kinds of disturbing thoughts. Can I go home? My cat ate some cream paste. It has had diarrhea all night. They are better now, but I like to spend the day with them. Yeah, you're not going to be worth much anyway. In addition to the performance rating, police officers possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank and can be elevated in rank within 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of an employee. If you think that no one is worthy of the honor, some weeks you can postpone the ceremony until later. And signals won't go on until the people are ready. Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but they also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops get ranks, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This can mean less drinking and more time spent on the job. Some might even turn out to be dependable. Okay. I'm going to give one to him. And one to him. let's see what happens. Freesburg isn't the only city where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select a song from your collection and play it at any time, just like real life, or the life of your grandfather. What the heck? Oh, nice. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Fairs, police station, labor market. You have a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire. Any available applicant job slots are separated between officers and detectives. No? Let him. Personnel. Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. Oh, no. Oh, shit. If you have legal grounds for termination, no one will ask questions. You might need to fire them anyway legally. Oh, legality be damned. But that could land you in additional proceedings, and your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing their jobs. Any way to free up the slot is to have a police officer killed. That's not really a valid option, right? Okay.
And Georgia Brown beats Lulu too when she's back in town.
211 in progress.
Received a threatening call from the local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones were painted with satanic symbols, and some of them were broken into pieces. It seems that there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot wouldn't say no more. Okay. So let's go you and you. Alright. Oh, I can hire a detective. Okay.
211 in progress.
Businessman Holly Jones looking out his window saw two seniors scratching offensive slogans on a new car. Nice.
She's just a dancing queen.
1210 in progress.
Witness named Mahler reports that she just served chicken, Eddie, and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal we'd seen on television this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. Alright, so let's do you and you.
211 complete.
Workers mistaken retired. Officer framed the error for a fugitive question. Okay. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again. Now he can't get off the can. Meanwhile, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone who can tell the cool guys from the, yeah, that'd be a good job for you. Always ranked.
in progress.
Anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled up more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Warwick said he okay.
411 in progress.
Naked man carrying a canister of gasoline is threatened to set himself on fire. Okay.
Officer on scene.
Police
Looks
are
like we
around
have a
the
situation here.
Take the clown onto the ice and around up any witnesses. Carefully release the clown. I was just watching.
1111 B completion.
Nice.
411 complete.
I guess I have to wait for everybody to get back to the station before I can do anything. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this one. As always, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment, and we'll keep on pushing them out. Have a good one. Take care.